Algebra 1, Sensei Learning System, Lesson 13. Okay, we're going to find the slopes given 2 points. And the way that we're going to find it, we're going to start on the right side where the y's are, and we're going to do a keep and change. Then we'll go to the side where the x's are, and we'll also do a keep and change. So, finding slope, we start off with a fraction bar. And here, starting with the right side, we're going to keep the positive 9 and change the positive 6 to a negative 6. On the left side, where the x's are, we're going to keep the 7, but we're going to change the positive 5 to a negative 5. Now let's combine terms. Okay, one is positive, one is negative, so different signs should subtract, so that'll be 3. And the positive 9 is larger, so it'll be positive 3. Here, we have different signs, positive, negative, so we'll subtract, so that'll be 2. And so my slope ends up being rise 3, run 2. Next, we'll get ready for the slope by creating a little fraction bar here. We'll do a keep and a change here, a keep and a change there. So for the y's, we're going to keep the negative 8, but we're going to change the negative 5 to a positive 5. So keep and change. For the x's here, we're going to keep the negative 6, but we're going to change the negative 4 to a positive 4. Keep and change. So now I have a negative 8 and positive 5. Different signs will subtract. I'll go 3. Since the 8 is bigger, it'll be a negative 3. And these are different signs. Negative 6, positive 4 will subtract. We'll get 2. And because of the negative 6, we'll have a negative 2. So a negative divided by negative gives us a positive 3 halves. So which is rise 3, run 2. Okay, next. Slope for this problem. We'll do a keep and change, a keep and change. So we'll keep the 10 from the y's, but we'll change the negative 4 to a positive 4. For the x's, we're going to keep the negative 6. And we're going to change the positive 2 to a negative 2. So now let's simplify. Positives add, so we'll, same sign should I say add, so we'll get 14, positive 14. We have same signs here, negative 6 and negative 2, so those will add to a 8, and it'll be negative because the 6, the larger number 6 here is negative. Okay, now 8 does not divide into 14 evenly, but I can divide them both by 2. So let's divide them both by 2 to simplify these fractions. So I end up with a fraction of negative 7 over 4. So this slope will go down 7 and over 4. Okay, next one, number 4. Let's get the slope ready. And we'll do a keep and change for the y's and a keep and change for the x's. So we're going to keep the positive 6, but we're going to change the positive 8 to a negative 8. We're going to keep the positive 9 here, but change the positive 6 to a negative 6. Okay, now let's combine. This is positive and negative, so we're going to subtract, and we'll get a 2, and since the 8 is larger, it'll be negative. Different signs, this is positive and negative, we'll subtract, we'll get 3. But since the 9 is bigger, this will be a positive 3. So our answer is negative 2/3, and which is down 2 over 3. Okay, number 5. We're going to do a keep and change, start the slope. So we're going to, on the y side, we're going to keep the negative 2, but we're going to change the positive 6 to negative 6. On the x side, we're going to keep the positive 8, but we're going to change the positive 2 to a negative 2. Okay, now let's combine. So the signs are the same here, so we're going to add the 2 and the 6 and get 8. The 6 is bigger, so it's negative 8. Here the signs are different, positive, negative, so we'll subtract, and we'll get 6. It'll be a positive 6 because the positive 8 is larger. Now, 6 does not divide evenly into 8, but I can divide them both by 2. As a result, I'm going to get negative 4/3. So this slope will go down 4 and over 3. Number 6. Get my slope ready. Okay, we'll do a keep and change, a keep and change. So I'm going to keep the negative 3, but change the positive 9 to a negative 9. I'm going to keep the positive 12, but change the negative 3 to a positive 3. Okay, so what we have here is a negative 3 and a negative 9. That makes a negative 12. Okay, they're same signs. And here we also have same signs, so positive, so we'll add those and get 15. Now from here, I can divide them both by 3. Okay, so 12 divided by 3, well, negative 12 divided by 3 gives negative 4. And 15 divided by 3 will give us 5. So this slope is going down 4 over 5. Now, let's put this in general terms. If I have 2 points, let's make it general. The first point has x1 and y1. The second point has x2 and y2. And I want to find a slope of any 2 given points. What I do is a keep and a change for the y's and a keep and change for the x's. So the slope would become y2 and the opposite of y1. So opposite of y1. And the bottom part here, the slope, will be x2 and the opposite of x1. And so this is what we call the slope formula.